So today we're going to be talking about stopping and going in a boat. So in order to understand how we stop and go in a boat, we first must understand a bit about physics. So suppose the top of the page is where the wind is coming from, and our boat is facing into the wind. Do you think in this case our boat would be able to move forwards?
No.
That is correct. That's because the wind is actually not going into any of the sails, so it's actually pushing the boat backwards. So if our boat, however, is facing slightly off, and the sails are pulled all the way in, do you think this boat would be able to move forwards?
Yes.
That's because the sails are actually catching with them, like this boat. So let's draw an arrow here to represent that. So suppose this boat here, for whatever reason, decides that he needs to stop. Do you think that, using the knowledge that we have before, if the boat is facing into the wind, it can't move forwards, how might this boat actually stop?
They should face the wind.
No, they should face the wind for 1 second to slow it down, right? So he would go into the wind. Now, this boat over here is facing the wind. It's called in irons. So when he's facing the wind, his boat is completely stopped. So he has no control. So knowing that he has no control, and it's really hard to get out of irons, do you think this boat here should stay in irons?
No.
Right, he should go slightly off. So he'll be here, and his sails will be all the way out. And this boat here is stopped. So that's how you stop a sailboat. Let's talk about how to get going again, because you're not going to be staying there forever. So supposing the wind is coming from the top of the page again, same scenario, and your boat is right here, but your sails are all the way out. So what you want to do is just tighten your sails, like this, and then your boat would go forwards again. So what are some reasons do you think that a boat would have to stop in the water? For example, safety.
If you're parking your boat on, near your dock and you have to stop so you don't crash into the dock.
Yeah, or a safety reason would be, for example, if another boat was here, and he stopped, and there are many obstacles here as well, and you need to stop your boat, because there's nowhere else for you to go. So knowing where irons is particularly useful. So a few ways we can find out where irons is, or where the wind is coming from, is a flag. Or if you're near an airport, a windsock. So have you ever windsock? So another example here would be a windsock. So if they're all blowing this way, we can assume that the wind is going in this direction. And so our boat can't go this way. We would have to attack upwind. So now that we've learned how to stop and go in a boat, could you tell me again the steps? So what is this boat here doing?
It's moving in irons.
It's in irons.
Yes.
And is this boat moving?
Yes.
That's because he's in a close haul position, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this boat would, in order to stop, what would this boat do?
It would move itself to irons or in irons.
Okay, would it stay in irons?
No, because that's dangerous.
It could be dangerous. And after he's in irons, what does he want to do to his boat?
Swerve, like not stay in irons,
Yeah,
go
not stay in
back
irons,
off.
because
Yeah.
he would have very little control of the boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it would also make accelerating later easier, because you don't have to move the boat out of irons when your boat's not even moving. So let's talk about a few things that people do when they want to stop their boat, or some mistakes that they make. One of these examples is jamming their tiller. So if you jam your tiller, a tiller is what steers the boat. It's at the back of the boat. If you jam your tiller, what happens is it really is just like a big air brake. Not air brake, but a hydro brake. And it just slows your boat down. It doesn't really change your direction. That is what we want, but it doesn't give us as much control as we need. So we just want to put it to a 45-degree angle, and that way our boat would turn to the left when we're going out of irons. That's the same deal when we're going into irons. You don't want to jam the tiller this way either. You just want to put it into a 45-degree angle when we're going into irons. And let's talk about how long we should stay in irons. If the wind is really strong and your boat is already slowed down, and you're in irons, one of the things that I find is that it's really hard to go out of irons. So if you're in irons, what you want to do is put the front sail, which is called the jib, this way, and the wind would push into the sail, and the boat would actually go this way, which puts you out of irons. So let's recap what we learned. Why do you not want to jam the tiller all the way here? Would it slow the boat down?
Yes.
But would it give you a lot of control or no?
No.
That's correct. So what you want to do is put it into a 45-degree angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when you're in irons, because maybe you've made a mistake, you want to backwind your jib. So you'd want to pull it into the opposite direction of where you want to go, and the wind would push the jib out, and your jib would push the boat to the left.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about, in more detail, how we put the boat to irons. So suppose you're sitting on the windward side of the boat, which is right here. What you'd do is first, you'd push the tiller away from you, so it's like this, and your boat would go into irons. And then, for 1 second, what you'd want to do is just stay there, and then you pull it towards you to bear off, and now you're out of irons.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any questions?
No.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.